Yo, what's going on, guys? My name's Alex Bozanowski, and today I'm going to be sharing the things that I wish I knew when I first started my fitness journey. I mean, I'm sure all of us at one point have just been like sitting down and you just think to yourself, if I knew what I knew now back then, it would be very helpful. So I'm just going to be sharing those things that I wish I knew. So let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is how important it is to have a split. When I first started going to the gym, I would just go in, didn't really have any idea of what to do in there. So I would just go on all the machines, BS, do like few reps on it, get like little pump and pretty much do like full body workout. Then after like a week of that, I had a friend kind of show me the ropes and I was trying to go as many days a week as I could. Looking back at that, that's super excessive. I didn't even have a split when I was going at the gym. So I wouldn't really know what I was working out until I would go to the gym, and it was like completely random, just go in and work it out, and it was just like the biggest bro science ever. Looking back at it, it was so stupid. Luckily, I have great muscle building genetics and I was getting a bunch of newbie gains, so I was still making progress. But looking back at it, I'm like, oh my God, if I would have just been on like a proper split right from the beginning, would have been great. I would have made much more progress. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is once I created the split was when I made most progress. For example, it'd be like on Monday, I would work out my legs. On Tuesday, I would work out my chest. Wednesday would typically be off. Thursday, it would be shoulders. Friday would be back. Saturday would be arms. Then Sunday I would have off. And that's honestly the only split I've ever done, just because I've been seeing progress from it ever since. I'm not saying it's the split for everyone, but it works with my schedule. And I mean, when you're trying to find a split, there's a few things you should look for. There's one, if it aligns with your goals. So if whatever you're trying to do, get stronger, build specific muscle group, do this, do that. Secondly, you should find a split that's realistic for your schedule. So if you're one of those people who are working like 70 hours a week, it's probably not realistic for you to be going to the gym 5 days a week. Maybe you'll need to do something where you're going every 3 days or 2 days on, 1 day off. Whatever the situation is for you, I would highly recommend trying to do some research and finding something that works with you, where you create a split that aligns with your goal and with your schedule. Something else that I wish I knew was how important recovery actually is. When I first started working out, it was around like late 2014, and I got a lot of my fitness information online at that time. A lot of like the fitness influencers, they all seem to be saying no days off, no days off, no days off. And just a young, naive teenager that I was, I literally took that literally, like go to the gym as much as I can and just taking no days off, because for some reason people associated like taking days off with being a the importance of recovery was never really emphasized, so I kind of like discarded it. And then it's discarded. Hey Alice, what's like a word you could use when you didn't prioritize it? Yes, exactly. I didn't prioritize recovery because when I first started working out, saying no days off was everywhere, and I took it literally and pretty much overworked my body, where it was like I wasn't recovering, or I wasn't taking like the actual time off to let my body recover, let it heal. So a good way how I like to look at it is if you go into an exercise at 100%, you'll get so much more out of that exercise than if you're like sore and you go into that exercise where your body feels at like 60%. But what I'm trying to say is prioritize recovery. It's okay to take days off. It's okay to focus on stretching. It's okay to focus on your sleep. It's okay to do that stuff. Another tip that I wish I knew was that no one gives a about how much you're lifting. Prioritize form. Form is key. I mean, especially when you're young, everyone has an ego. When like, I guess from my personal experience, I started working out as a teenager, like right before I turned 19. So at the gym, it was still like everyone from like my local high school. And it was kind of like a big contest, like see who could lift this, see who could lift this, and in result it just led to a bunch of kids lifting with bad form. And all you're doing when you lift with bad form is, one, you hinder the progress you could be making, and two, you increase the probability of getting a potential injury. So no one gives a if you're curling 35-pound dumbbells while you're swinging your arms, you know, no, prioritize form. Form is key. Form is very important. If you want to lift for as long as you can, reduce the potential of your injuries, stick with good form. So I'm also here to tell you that nutrition is important. And I'm sure you always hear it like, nutrition is important, make sure you're counting your macros, chicken and rice. But I'm here to actually tell you that it's honestly very important. So whenever I wanted to get leaner or get bigger, the solution for me was always be more strict with my nutrition. So the leanest I ever got, I was eating like a dog. And what I mean by that is my nutrition, I was measuring everything out to a T. I was eating the same thing every day. There was no variables that could have went wrong because I knew exactly everything that I was putting into my body. It worked out where I was able to get lean, or when I couldn't have had more size, I really broke down what I was eating and it just turns out I wasn't eating enough. So majority of the time, whenever you seem to can't be gaining weight, can't be losing weight, it's because of your nutrition. All I'm trying to say is that nutrition is important, and it's important to learn about nutrition, learn about calories, learn about macronutrients, find foods that you enjoy. It's also important to find what works with you. And lastly, what I learned was there isn't one specific correct style to work out. So the way I work out is like the traditional bodybuilding exercise, where the main reason that I work out is to improve my physique. And when I first started working out, that's what I was introduced to, and I thought that was like the only way you could work out. I thought that was the way everyone was supposed to be working out. But now that I'm getting older, I realize that like not everyone has as much time to put in their schedule, where a lot of people are just trying to work out, trying to be healthy, and find an exercise you enjoy doing that align with your goals. So if you're trying to get stronger, you probably don't need to be doing all these isolation exercises to grow a muscle, where you could be doing more compound exercises or whatever it is. If you don't like the workouts that you're doing, if you don't enjoy them, I recommend trying something else. Maybe trying a class, find something you enjoy doing. All right, so those are the things that I wish I knew when I first started working out. Hopefully you guys got something out of this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know. I can make more types of videos like this. Comment down below. Thank you guys again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.